Yeah, students, hi, how are you all doing? So, this is my second video which I'm going to upload for you. Now, where we stopped the slides last time was slide 10. This is for the attitudes, the workload and attitudes. Now, slide 11, if you see, the point E talks about are the tasks enjoyable for employees? When the tasks are given, how employees find the task, that is, if they are more satisfying or not, and how do they enjoy their job. That is to make out about increasing in the job satisfaction of employees. The F point is about how best the employees enjoy working with supervisors and co-workers. In many companies, it has been noticed that the researchers have tried to find out in different kinds of atmospheres how supervisors and co-workers work together in a particular environments. And it has been noticed that people who enjoy working with supervisors and co-workers will be more satisfied with their jobs rather than a person working individually. The point G, which talks about are co-workers outwardly unhappy, is the question that is being asked. Now here in the test book there are a lot of importance given to the kind of importance a co-worker has for a job satisfaction or a particular organizational commitment. So here the co-workers, as per the social information processing theory or the so-called social learning theory, states that employees model their levels of satisfaction and motivation from other employees. You see, it's a common understanding because that is how any human being will be reflecting his own behavior towards the kind of task or a particular event that happens under his own way. Now the slide 12, which is point H, talks about the rewards and resources given equitably for a person's particular organizational commitment, attitudes, or how he behaves. And what is the equitability? Means the kind of equitability given for any employee when talking about his job satisfaction, talking about his complete areas of performance related to the job, and even the kind of equitability. How does the organization equally reward those employees and the resources that are given justification? So the research indicates that perceived justice is related to several important factors, including job satisfaction, organizational commitment, performance, trust, withdrawal, example turnover, absenteeism, and negative employee reactions, that is, example, a theft or a sabotage. As we have seen in earlier chapters also about organizational commitment and trust, that is how the turnover absenteeism is a very important point related to this chapter. Now, as you all must be knowing, an example of a turnover or absenteeism, that is the employees who are present in an organization and how an organization benefits from an employee's present attitude or his presence in the company and the productivity of that particular organization. And how a company loses with the absenteeism means negative employee reactions, that is, example, a theft or a sabotage, or what we have on different areas in different companies around the world where they have different kind of environment. To do this, rewards and giving this resources equitably, organizations around the world have different theory of organizational justice, that is, a theory that postulates that if an employee perceives that they are being treated fairly, they will be more likely to be satisfied with their jobs and motivated to do well. The three types of organizational justice are distributive justice, procedural justice, and interactional justice. The perceived fairness, that is a distributive justice, is for decision made in an organization. Procedural, as the word itself makes you understand, the perceived fairness of the methods used by an organization to make a decision. Interactional, that is the fairness of the interpersonal treatment that employees perceive, that is, they receive in that particular decision. Then the point F, if you take this particular increasing of job satisfaction, is there a chance for a growth and a challenge for a particular employee? The methods for a growth or a challenge for any particular employee is through job rotation, job enlargement, and job enrichment. Now, how does this growth and challenge takes place? A job rotation, as we have earlier spoken, I have even explained to you about this three important areas of job which makes an employee more productive and makes him more inclined towards the growth and challenges. That is, the methods which are here given, please make a note out of it. These are very important parts of any examination, that it is important slides. A system in which job rotation, that is, employees are given opportunity to perform several different jobs in an organization. Job enlargement, a system in which employees are given more tasks to perform at the same time. And job enrichment, a system in which employees are given more responsibility. So, over the tasks and decisions related to the job. That is, variety of skills needed. Employees complete entire task. Tasks have meaning. Employees have input control. Employee receives feedback. These are some of the important areas for those methods of job, that is, for enlargement or enrichment or rotation when we talk about. Now the third point, if you see, if I'll just roll back for you to make you understand where we are getting through. This was the second point we have seen, the cause employees to be satisfied with their job commitment, that is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I have explained to you all the important points. Now we are going to go for the third point, that is measuring of jobs satisfaction and commitment. Usually in companies there are many ways of measuring the satisfaction and commitment of employees related to their overall commitments and satisfaction. But here in our textbook, and the course talks about some important areas that are covering for job satisfaction and commitment, that is FACE scale, job descriptive index, Minnesota Satisfaction Questionnaires, that is MSQ, Job in General Scale, that is JIQ. That is done by Allen and Mayer Survey, Organizational Commitment Questionnaires, Organizational Commitment Scale. These are very important areas for your multiple choice questions. That's all I can tell you right now, because these are just a measurement of satisfaction and commitment, which could be for a person's overall satisfaction, how much he is satisfied in his job or in his salary, or how much he is committed for his work. That is how it happens. The fourth point is consequences of dissatisfaction and other negative attitudes. You know, every company has its own way of punishing, or every company has its own way of dealing with any important areas when they are not able to get what they want from their employees. So here the textbook also talks about some of the consequences of how the employees behave when they are not satisfied, and other negative attitudes for their behavior in any job behaviors. Now, for the consequences of dissatisfaction could be absenteeism, turnover, as I just explained to you about absenteeism and turnover in the last slide, and counterproductive behaviors, that is the interpersonal behaviors, that is, let us understand absenteeism. When employee misses work, increasing attendance by linking attendance to consequences. That could be linking attendance for that, rewards for attending, discipline for not attending, or a clear policy for record keeping. So A, absenteeism. B, turnover, as I gave you one important idea, like how those companies talk about turnover. The consequences of dissatisfaction and other negative work attitude. You know, when employees quit their job and change careers, that is where we are talking about a turnover, that is, the productivity of a company becomes less. And then where the productivity goes down. Why do employees leave? Unavoidable reasons: advancement, escape from people, working conditions, stress, unmet needs. As you can read this slide, there are so many reasons for this, why employees leave the organization. Now, because of the high cost of absenteeism and turnover, organizations are spending great effort to reduce the number of unscheduled absences because they want good productivity. As I again remind you, any company or organization wants to have the best of productivity so that they can reach their goals. Now, consequences, that is fourth, for dissatisfaction of and other negative consequences of work attitudes, organization can reduce turnover through. There are some points. Now, how does they can reduce the turnover? That is, conduct realistic job reviews. We have seen realistic job reviews earlier in the chapter, so I would request you all to again check for what are realistic job reviews, the accurate description of jobs, knowledge, skill and ability, and other characteristics needed to perform a job. The recruitment stage Select suitable employees. Look for good person organization fit. We have seen this also. Meet employee needs. Mediate conflicts between employees and their peers, means the bosses, supervisors, and customers. Provide a good work environment where they are working. Provide a good competitive pay and benefit package. Provide opportunity to advance and grow. These are some of the important areas where an organization can reduce turnover. Now, moving on, we have some counterproductive behaviors. The two types of counterproductive behaviors, which could be individuals and organizations, as I told you, interpersonal, that is, counterproductive behaviors limited individuals, that is, example is gossip, playing, negativity, that is, politics, harassment, incivility, this is important word, not being civilized, workplace violence, harassment and bullying. So please remember, this slide also is important for any kind of multiple choice or short type questions like what are the two type of counterproductive behaviors of consequences of dissatisfaction and other negative attitudes of employees. Counterproductive behaviors aimed at the organizational, example theft and sabotage. I have explained this also to you. So with this slide, I think we come to the end of this chapter. Students, please concentrate on all the topics related. I would be closing this now. Thank you very much. Hope to get back to you with another chapter and another class in the next session. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye. Keep safe. Keep yourself safe.